We will begin soon. Alright, let us begin. This is The Long Drive. If you haven't seen this game before, it's a lot of fun. If you like to just chill and drive and do stuff like that. It's a little bit different from BeamNG, but kind of not really. You can find cars, you can swap their parts, and you can break the cars and stuff like that. It's pretty fun. The physics and graphics and like mechanics of this game are a little bit wonky, but I'm pretty well used to them. I've driven a short distance, 430 kilometers. Not bad. We're gonna start a new game just to see what happens. I know this game. I know the controls. That shouldn't be a problem. What car do we get to start off with? We get a car with a rear engine. Okay. So this engine doesn't have all the oil. I'm gonna turn on the light here. Pick up the rifle. Pick up the ammo. And there's binoculars, but we can zoom in like manually. So what we're gonna pick up instead is this transfer tube that we can transfer fluids. What's up, MJ? What's up? How you doing? Gonna open that. Oh, wrong thing to grab. I mean, it would work. This thing is full of oil. In this game, there are giant rabbits we need to watch out for. So I have the volume turned up for that. Gonna get rid of that. Close that, and then it's not a great condition cooling tank. Alright. Yeah, the worse condition things are, the worse they perform. So if you have a coolant tank that is of poor quality, really rusty and stuff, you will overheat and stuff. So we don't want that. I'm going to carry this water with us. Open that up and turn the faucet on here. And we see it's filling back up. So believe it or not, I had like a 30-part series recorded for this. But then I was like, who's really going to watch this? So I still have it all recorded, but I might not upload it to this channel. It'll probably go up to Confident Gaming. Although that channel is already running a series, so I don't want it to be clogged up. Close that. Oh. Heard that scream? That's one of those rabbits. Where are you at? Where are you at? The rabbits have real fantastic AI, and by that I mean they will just track you and run into anything and die. It's quite hilarious. More often than not, you can just run in front of your car and so will the rabbit, and the rabbit will just die from collision. Pretty hilarious. We're gonna take the spare tire since it's like in way better shape. Having good condition tires actually does affect the handling. So let's take a look here. That tire's not in bad shape. That one's not bad. This tire is in real rough shape. So we're gonna just throw it over there. And what we can do, take the tire off of this, and just throw it away. And use one of these spares we got here. And what we can do actually is use this rim, since it's better. I don't think the rims have any effect on like handling, but they look better. There's car restoring features in this game. We can like spray and scrub to clean the cars up, get them to look pretty. So if that's your kind of thing, you can take pride in that. For me though, this game is more about exploration and finding new cars to mess around with. We'll put the hubcap on. It doesn't do anything though. Open the fuel tank. There we go. Close that. Trying to think, what do I want to fill that up with? One thing I am going to do though, open this and fill it with oil. Lift this giant thing of oil and fill it where we can. Tune me with this up. Oh. The rabbit got us through the door. That's the end of this run. We'll try again. Yep, this is our fantastic death animation. There's the rabbit. He got us good. I was closing the door, but he got us through the wall. Start again. We didn't get anywhere, so I don't mind starting again. Looks like we got the exact same car. Yep. Car with the frunk. Yep, same car. Yep. Yeah, that'll happen. I shouldn't have left the door open. I don't even know why I opened the door. I guess I was preparing to leave. But then I got sidetracked with tires. So we will ignore tires this time around. Still gonna fill this up. For whatever reason, it's taking a long time to fill this tiny thing of oil. There we go. Yeah, this time we'll just... we kind of do need that open. This time, we'll just kind of go. We'll fill it up with water, fill it up with gas, and just go. I won't worry about filling anything else up. We'll just take what we have and go. Alright, one thing we can do really quick here is take the spray bottle and we can spray on the mesh-colored doors to get them to look better. We have a very odd color for a car, I think. And that's that. You can spray them more to get the color to come back a little bit. Got a really weak rifle. Or it's even, I think it's just a BB gun, not even a rifle. Alright. No rabbits this time. Let's get in the car here. We can drive around in third person, so that's what we're gonna do. That's where the road begins, and the road ends about 5,000 kilometers this way. We have low fuel, fuel light is on. This car is okay. This is a good car to swap motors with, but the car itself, I guess, could be better. From standard, this engine, it gets it to a pretty decent speed. We're going 120 kilometers an hour, but it takes forever to get to that speed. And we didn't change any tires, so we're going to have poor handling. But thankfully, the car seems to be behaving itself. Sometimes you get a car and it'll try to flip you out of control for no reason. A little bit odd there. So the world is procedurally generated. Every world is different. You actually do get a seed system here, so if you ever wanted to play this world, that's the seed you would type in. Pausing does kind of reset all object physics, so we do have something out there. I'm going to go to it. Pausing does reset object physics, so if you're having a car that's like misbehaving, you can pause and unpause a few times. And that will normally fix that issue if the car is like trying to backflip for no reason. So yep, any buildings we see, we will probably go investigate unless we have a really good car. I'm not really sure what the goal for the series will be. There is a car here, actually. Don't get a little car around here too often. This one is totally ruined. The only thing it's got is a fuel tank. It's got some gas and oil in it. No way for us to really store it. We do have a way to pick it up, but it's too diluted, I think, so. Yes, the militia song, a classic. I'm not sure how this is going to work, because, you know, the fuel tank is under this car's hood instead of, like, in the front or back, like normal. So, open this, grab the snake, and then pick this end up. And throw it in there, and there we go. So now we have some more gas. If we put it in this tank, it will make it less diluted, so that's probably not a bad idea. I'm gonna stay in here for a second. Put a headlight there. Someone left us a log here. Some binoculars. Anything else around here? Some more fuel. We're getting a lot of fuel actually, so that's not too bad. This is actually a good thing to have another spare thing of fuel. Just throw you in there, and then this thing, yeah, we'll put it in here. Fuel tanks can have like other stuff in them, and they'll work fine as long as the majority is the fuel source it needs. So we're gonna have like maybe 10% oil, 90% gas, 1 or 3% diesel or whatever. Because gas is like 90%, it'll be fine. It's taking a while to like get in there though. I guess it's because it's got some oil in it? Oil just pours slowly? I don't know. Game is flawless. there was like a filter, that would make things easier so you could filter out like fluids you don't need. How much is left in this? Half a liter? Okay. We're almost done. There we go. As soon as the oil ran out, I think the flow sped up. So that's just a thing to keep in mind. 12 liters of gas. There's a seat up there we don't really need. You can see we start up just fine, no issues there. Gonna go find the road and continue on. I have no idea how long I'm gonna stream. Could be 30 minutes, could be a couple hours. Depends how long I feel like playing. I can play this game like all day if I'm really into it. I don't think I'm gonna do that this stream, but I've done it before. That's how I've got 1,200 kilometers already. We want the telephone poles to be on our right side. We need to avoid rocks because hitting anything too fast can hurt you. We don't want that. And it can damage the car. You'll need to put it all back together. I think it also makes it so that that part will get wear. So you'll need to fix it up again if it was like pretty bad. The crash. So yeah. This is an old song. Can look ahead, see what's around us. If there's anything interesting, we of course go for it. Got a couple things up there, it looks like. We can just stay on the road, and we'll get there eventually. This car is not too fast. We can get faster cars. You can lose a little bit of performance by having like not the right fuel mixture. We've got gas and oil and diesel in this car, so it's not going to run as strong as it used to, but it'll run. And vehicles that need a gas-oil mix, like the optimum is 93% gas, 7% oil. Anywhere around that is also fine. If it's like 25, 75, it'll run, but it'll run really bad. And there's another house up here. The best building to find is the gas station with the big parking lot, because there can be multiple vehicles spawned at that point. Second best building to find is the garage. That's just got some garage doors. You open them up, and there can be any number of things in there. New cars, new engines, new parts for your car, any of that kind of stuff will spawn. Got the lag spike when approaching this house. That normally means there's some vehicle parts loaded up. There's a car right there. Okay. There's another car right here. We have multiple choices here. Turn off this car. Let's take a look here. I don't know how this car got in here. It is complete. Got water in the fuel tank. That's no good. This is a Trabant. This is a tiny little car with like a motorbike motor. It's not very fast, so I do not think we will take it. This car could also be a Trabant, but it is not. You can tell it's a Trabant because it's got an actual motor instead of a motorbike motor. And this is a wagon. Wagons are the best because they can carry so much stuff. Look around here. Normally there's a barrel. I can have stuff. This one is full of alcohol. You know, this is the party barrel. We are going to swap cars. I want to know, can this one just run? What's in the fuel tank? It's got water in the fuel tank. Nothing in the oil tank, nothing in the coolant tank. So we do need to get this thing some love for it to work. It is starting to get dark. About a 20-minute cycle from day to night. Night is shorter than daytime. We can sleep anywhere. Let's make it realistic. We will fix up this bed. And by that I mean we'll just put it on the ground here and sit on it and take a nap. And we can work through the night. There's no like tired system except for when you can sleep. There's a timer for that. So it's not much to worry about. But yep, we need to clear that fuel tank of water, put some oil in the car, and oh, there is a motorcycle in the well. Look at that. That's funny. Never seen that before. Nothing else down there. Let me know, have you guys ever found a motorcycle down in a well before? I know I haven't. Alright, let's begin the work on this car. This car's got a good motor. Fairly strong. Not got the best fuel economy, but who cares? So one thing we can do with a fuel tank full of water is we can just pipe it out. As I was saying, you don't want the fuel can to tip over while you're transferring. That'll just lose all the stuff you're putting in. Although this is just water, so it's like no big loss. Close that, pick this up so we can put the water that was in the fuel tank into the coolant tank. It's actually a pretty good condition cooler. I think it can be a little bit better condition, but you know, it's fine. Close that. And now this stuff can just start going into the back. I don't think we'll actually take the big thing of alcohol. Alcohol has no purpose other than drinking as far as I am aware. I don't think you can use that as a fuel source. And the fuel that we have in this car, we'll do the same thing. We'll take it from this car. The transfer tube is so useful, even if it is glitchy. So we'll let that do that thing. We do have a hand here. Perfect. So this should be a good car to take for the rest of the stream. That's good. Don't have to worry too much about that. And now the last thing we need is oil in the motor. Now this thing should be full. Yep. It's not going to fill the oil up completely, but it'll be enough. Now one thing we can do is we can use the motor oil from the old motor. So that's what we'll do. We don't need this car anymore, so we will use what we got in the motor and in the coolant tank. I actually left the oil cap open, so if we had like flipped over or something, we would have lost all the oil and been stranded. So I'm the best, but also the worst. Yeah, you're still open. Get out of here. Close that. We're going to take one more thing from this car. We will take the coolant tank. It's not in great shape, but it's got a lot of water in it. So we'll keep it for the water. It doesn't really matter what fluid you got. It can be alcohol, I think. You can use as coolant. But, start this up. And away we go. Got our lovely arm decoration. Goodbye, motorcycle. Hardly knew you. You can tell this car is like way faster. We want to go this way because we're gonna keep the lights on the right. It's not telephone poles, they're just lights. And they barely illuminate anything, but technically they're lights. They light up at night. So yeah. Maybe this engine doesn't have as high a top speed, but it can get to like its main speed quicker, like a faster 0 to 60, but a slower 0 to 100. If that makes sense. We're going now though. So the most ideal setup for this car is if we can find a container ship like out there. Look at that. Right on cue. We find the container ship full of the fuel we need, and then we take a barrel or two and we can put it in the back of the wagon because the wagon's actually big enough to do that. The wagon is one of the better handling cars too because of the long wheelbase. I think the front wheel drive cars can handle a little bit better, but they're pretty uncommon. That boat's pretty far away, so we won't go right to it. Looks like the road does go right, and then we can go to that water tower and then to the boat. The boats have lots of barrels in them. They can be filled with any number of fluids. So, almost always helpful to go to a boat if you're pretty low on materials. We just got a bunch of new stuff for this car though. Got almost 13 liters in the fuel tank, so we're not too bad. This is about the time I would end one of my normal episodes of this series. I do have a normal episodic series going on this channel and Confident Gaming right now. So if you want to see more of this game, you can. I think those are older though. Like, I recorded them a while ago and they're still being uploaded. So, let's experience me playing in those videos. well, less experience. I still died within a minute at the beginning of this stream, so maybe I'm not as experienced as I say I am. And yep, we have gotten closer to that boat now. First handling a little bit odd. Don't hit that telephone pole. We're going at a high enough speed that we probably would have just died in one hit there. Can knock down the cactus without issue. We have a lot of stuff on the car, in the car, that can cause a problem, but right now we're pretty empty, so we're good. Hitting a tree stump though, that will stop you dead. You think it's so dry and dead and crumble super easy, but no. So here's our first boat. Usually this side that has the opening. There's some rocks inside of this boat, that's pretty uncommon. That's empty. You can tell if something is floating up at a little, like, arrows on the side of your reticle. Oh, and it's full of diesel. That's probably a good thing to hold on to, so I'm gonna leave that upright. Trying to look for one that's full of gas. That's gas and oil. Don't really need that. Alcohol. No, we're gonna leave that down. Anything else over there? It does not look like it. We look over here. That's another one full of diesel. Yep. 17 liters of this. Can combine these two later. There's more alcohol. The maximum amount you can lift is like 70 liters, 75 liters. You can lift 75? I don't think you can move 75, so even though these are 80 liter capacity, we'll never be able to get that amount in. There's another diesel, so we're gonna have a lot of diesel on us, I think. Can carry it around for if we find a bus to swap the engine with, or if we just want to use a bus full stop. We'll have a lot of fuel on hand for it. Oh, there's a rabbit. Rabbits make a really odd scream sound effect. I think if we stay up here though, we'll be too high for it, and it won't kill us through the wall. Come on, rabbit, where are you at? Expecting to see it poke through any second and die on impact. Are we really gonna get no gasoline? We are only getting diesel. How? These are all empty. Okay, so we only found diesel fuel. The heavier the item you're carrying, the slower you go. I guess that makes sense. Okay, so we'll open this, combine these two. How heavy will this be? Thank you, Gator. How you doing? Yeah, it's a little bit boring right now. Oh, there's your rabbit there. You're trying to get us good. There we go. It has died now. I don't think to any of my shots, but it has died now, so that's good. This thing is now 56 liters. So it's pretty heavy. And we have 2 more over here. Yeah, this will be uploaded to YouTube. You'll find it in my previous stream section on my homepage. How are we doing? Yeah, we have a lot of fuel. Way too much fuel, actually. We do have the vehicle to carry it all with, but, you know. We're gonna have to do some modifications. 69 liters of diesel, of which we can use none of it, so gotta find a way to carry these two. The quickest way to transfer these barrels is to actually just push them without lifting them, because I guess their weight isn't calculated when you just do that. Like to enjoy the series? Well, that's not too hard to do. Question is, will I ever actually do another stream of this game? That's a real question at this point. Alright, so in order to get this to work, we need to remove this car's rear seat. There we go. Get out of here. And this tank, once we get the right angle, we can just shove it on in. Oh, I forgot to pick up a light. Yeah, there's some lights you can pick up at the starting house. And you can hold them and have them act as a flashlight. So, yeah. I didn't do that. So, every time it gets dark, we gotta like sleep immediately. If that's not really working as I thought. So what we're gonna do instead, take these things out and enter from the trunk. And then from there, we can like just push it all the way in and rotate it. Something like that. There we go. That one's in. And this one is much heavier. Should be on our way fairly soon though. Didn't get any fuel for this car, but it's not too bad on fuel to begin with, so not too fussed about it. There we go. Once it's in there, it's good to like sit in the middle in between the wheels. And then these, I think they're empty, but oh well, we'll carry them anyways. This thing has got some water in it. Not that water is too important in this game. We can use any fluids for the radiator, I think. Put the door back on. Put the trunk back on. It'll be a little bit cursed, but it'll work. Gotta do that. And away we go. Trust me, I'm an engineer. This will work. Maybe, I don't know. Go back towards that water tower. That's where we came from. Now we hope to get a better engine. Or find a bus to put all this fuel into. Either or. We could either find a bus and put its engine in here and use this fuel, or just put this fuel into a bus and go with the bus. Bus engine swapping, obviously more fun, but it does make the car a pretty big safety hazard because of its existence. I'm going to go to the search tower up here because they can house those lights I was talking about before. They can also house revolvers, so that's cool. There's a revolver right here, so that's cool. Now the revolver can kill one of those evil rabbits in one shot. Well, this one does it in like 3 or 4. So we're gonna swap it out. The only problem is, it's 6 shots only. So, you know, if you use all your shots, that's all you got. Oh, where's the road? Closest road? I guess up here. We're going this way, I think, right? That is the water tower. So yeah. That's odd. I have no idea what the 2 barrels are doing in the back. I think we're gonna leave them to it, you know? I think it's interacting with the other stuff I got back there. On the next stop, I'll fix it up, I guess. Sano, how are you doing? Anything around here? Can't really see too much. We're going down a steep hill. For areas of coasting I can do, I usually will, to save fuel. Nice stream, thank you. We're just chilling in the long drive. Other than the death we had due to giant rabbit at the beginning of the stream, you know, it's been fine. Found a new car, swapped into it, and we've been good. Trying to find a bus to swap the engine of that into this, or we could use all the diesel fuel we got in the back here to fill the bus up. I'll probably do more other game streams in the future. I normally do BeamNG stuff, but, you know, I can do whatever. They'll mostly be driving games, so that's my favorite kind of stuff. Though Spaz has gotten me, you know, into that kind of genre since about October. On a pretty long stream of having nothing appear though. So, I can see where the road goes, but I can't see anything around it. We do need to be careful. If we hit a bump in the road too hard, we can have the oh so flawlessly mounted barrels and back flying through, and that's no good. As long as we don't take any health damage. There is some kind of health mechanic system in this game where if you are in a hard crash, you can get blood on the dash, and then if you crash again, you die. There is something up here. It's like a bunker of some kind. These can have cars on the roof of them, oddly enough. Not very useful for us, you know, but we'll take a look. It's something new. There's some door. Here's one of these lights I was talking about. We can have this, and now we have a portable light source, a flashlight. That's cool. For the radio there, very tiny bit of oil on that, not really worth poking. Katana in here, not very useful. Door, tailgate, up here, a little bit more oil it could be. A little bit of oil. Not really worth picking up. I do see something else along the road if we just continue on, so that's what we will do. There's fall damage in this game, so if you fall from too great a height, you will just die. As for what that exact height is, I have no idea. I wonder if it's possible to get like 2 barrels standing up side by side in the second seat, and then you can have a third one standing up in the back in between the wheels here, like how I've got it here. Then you can put a barrel up front. Now if you drive first person, it'll block your view, but you can still drive, so who cares? This game is pretty wacky with how you can mount stuff like that. Normally impossible. In this game, it's just another day. Now there is a UFO that occasionally goes along the roads. If the UFO collides with a boat crossing the road, because that can really happen, it'll get stuck in the boat. You can then climb the boat, get into the UFO, and ride that. It is stupid fast. Will get you to the end of the road in no time, but it is so uncommon. Oh. Well, looks like I brought both barrels up front. Not what I meant to do, but it'll work. Yeah, if you clip a rock, you can lose stuff. I do have a feeling if I do anything, this car, it will kill me. I'll pause and unpause. All I've succeeded doing there is like fuse the 2 barrels together. I guess that's an efficient way to pack up. You know, we're carrying 150 liters of fuel, using the amount of space it uses to carry 80. Just so long as it doesn't fall out, we're good. Anytime the game pauses like that, usually it's because something is falling off. I don't see anything down here. The arm on the roof is going crazy. I love it. Yeah, at the next stop, we will have to fix that up. I'm not sure what'll happen if I get out. Oh, it has resolved itself. That barrel has found its home in the back. I still have a barrel in my face, but oh well, we can drive. Oh. A bit of a lag spike. I thought I was like missing a close by garage or something. I am. This thing didn't load in until the last second for me. You have a bus over here, it looks like. That's in a slightly odd spot. We have a new car. I think that's the motorbike engine Trabant. Looks fine to me. Yeah, it is a Trabant. Some diesel in it though. So I guess if we wanted even more diesel, we got it. Empty thing here. In here. There's not too much. Sometimes there's stuff in the rafters. Yeah, I do not think we will use anything from here. Seeing a bus is cool, but I don't think it'll have anything of value for us. This thing is totally wrecked. Got nothing in the fuel tank. And it is missing a cooler and engine, so it's got actually nothing of value for us. So we will just get back to the road. Yep, bummer of a place this is. And those are normally the best stops to go to because they have multiple vehicles. You saw there's a car and a bus. I need to find the road. Like over, I see the road. I don't know where we came from though. I think we came from like more this direction. Can zoom out real far to help us see better. Oh, we're going in the wrong direction. Yep. Okay, so it's a good thing I zoomed out and took a look. You can drive at night, but it's better to just sleep. Oh dear. Wow. Well, we lost a wheel. We're gonna go ahead and sleep tonight. Fix the car when we wake up. You know, put the wheel back on. I don't even think I hit the rock that hard. I just hit the entrance onto the road really awkwardly, and now this thing is in the way again. Can't tell if I lost anything in here. Oh well. I have lost something, so let's rescue that. It's only full of water, so it wouldn't have been too big of an issue if we lost it forever. You need to be careful getting in that. Don't just open up that big barrel of diesel. Fang, what's up? Even though it won't all spill out immediately, you don't want to waste fuel. Back on the road. Okay, I think that's what we saw before. Yeah, it is. The lights are still on. So we're gonna skip that. We already saw that. We now finally reached some new roads. How do we gotten this car like settled down to have a barrel in the middle, a barrel up front? It's starting to handle better. Putting on better tires probably would have helped. Probably could have actually stayed at that previous house a little bit longer to look for better conditioned wheels, at least for the back. It's no big deal though. There is something else up above. That could be a garage. That could have a new car for us, could have a new engine, could have new doors, could have new anything. Oh, that is unfortunate. It's a garage, yes, but there's a huge rock intersecting it. This is the second thing we've seen like this on this world. We can't get into here. Oh, wait. Okay, so we can get in, but we can't really get anything out. So, this is the saddest garage I've ever seen in my life. I don't even know if there's a car here. Yeah, there can be a car here, there can be a car on the roof actually too. Yep. Saddest garage I've ever seen in my life. Oh well. Big loss. I guess no loss. Technically, we didn't lose anything from here. We do get a pipe though. And stick this on the roof. There we go, we're just making this car into a Mad Max thing. Hoping to find something cool at that garage. The fact that we barely lost any FPS approaching it tells me that that rock took all their spawns. There's nothing in that building. Only an empty barrel hiding in the rock. Can we get 20 sheds? That's even the building I saw from a distance. Oh man. Oh well, that's how this game goes. Got some nice procedurally generated roads right here. By that I mean, what is going on? Oh dear. Rip cactus. Yeah, if you like straddle the edge of the road, so like half the car's on the road, half the car on the sand, strange things happen. I don't know why. Game is flawless, that's why. doing pretty okay for speed. No problem there. The only issue with this motor is it's not too efficient. It's not as inefficient as the bus motor. It's not as efficient as the inline 5. Or 4, I don't know. The kind of rusted looking engine. It looks very inline. That's the one to get. I think it's the most powerful too. Most powerful gas engine. I think we'll keep going for another 15-30 minutes. This game is fun to just drive forever in. That's why it's called the long drive. Got light survival elements, meaning don't die to rabbits or fall damage or impacts. Got cool car fixing and customization. I do recommend this game. Get on sale at least. Going pretty flat. There's something way over there. I can't tell if that's a building we've already been to now. Looks like we're going towards a boat. Could take a look at what's in there. But we're also already pretty full of stuff. We can carry one more barrel. These two barrels seem to be behaving themselves, so what's one more, you know? And I would rather find a vehicle that could use all this fuel that we already have instead of just getting more fuel. As a reminder, the fuel we got in the barrels is not compatible with this motor. Oh no. Oh! What a leap! No, the barrels have escaped. Go have our mirrors. Oh well. You kinda did need to fix that up anyways. Yep, if you hit a rock, that's what can happen. We didn't take any health damage, so that's good. These are both very heavy. What I need to do is throw the door off. And just shove the barrel in there. It'll fit. There we go. What even are you? Oh, I know what you are. You're just a little panel for the dashboard there. And I'm just gonna push you to the back. The airtime, yeah. There we go. It's found its home. We're good to go. Pause and unpause, reset their physics a little bit so that it almost won't kill us. There we go. Trust me, it's fine. There's no problem. We are good to go. If you like consider just putting the barrels like in the driver's seat. You can actually carry a barrel in almost any car. What game is this? This is the Long Drive. That's a game I've been playing a lot recently. I am doing like a little episodic series on this channel and the second channel, Confident Gaming. So if you want to see more, I am doing more content for it. So yeah, I thought I saw like a boat we could go and explore. Maybe not. Maybe it's really far away. If the road just goes on for 5,000 kilometers. What's at the end of it? Nothing. Steel grass? Nah. You can drive through the grass just fine. It's the rocks you gotta watch out for. I've turned off the motor to save fuel. I'll check how much fuel we got, but this is my internal cab view. So, yeah. The only way to check the fuel is to go out and look at the fuel door. Last I checked, that's not really how you check fuel, but in this game it is, so. There's a plane flying up there. This world takes place in like late 1970s Eastern Europe, and as such you get all the cars from that period, and buses and mopeds, bikes from that period as well. So if you like that era of stuff, I guess you'll like this game. Or if you don't know that era of stuff, you can learn it from this game. So that's cool. Now I'm learning like the shapes of cars and the engines they can get with this game. I like how you can learn new things with dumb games. Or any game actually. If you can play a game and come out smarter than you were before you started playing that game, it's a good thing. I don't see anything else up ahead. That's just a cactus. Yeah, the mirage effects or the heat wave effects are pretty neat. There are some obvious flaws though, how if you don't have everything loaded in, it can make the road look like it's floating, or you can see stuff behind hills and other rocks. Kind of odd, but it is helpful for you to see stuff in the distance. A little bus stop up here. It does not appear that there's anything here. Oh, there's a bike on the roof. That's odd. I hear some thunder. Oop, a little bit of gas here. I guess we could take this. How much fuel have we used? We had like almost 13 liters when we first got this car. How much do we have now? We got 11 liters. So yeah, we've used a couple liters. Not the most efficient. Nothing in the fuel tank. If we had another one of those spikes, we could try to put the bike on the roof, as well as that would go. I don't see anything else from here. I guess we are at the bottom of a hill. We'll go to bed on the roof. At least up here, no rabbits can find us. How much street grass? More than 0. So here you can see the street lights are actually on. It should turn off momentarily. Right there. Right on cue. Daytime is about 20 minutes, nighttime is about 10 minutes. So you can drive through the night, there's no issue with that. The issue is, obviously, visibility hampered, so we do want to try to survive that. Looks like we have a UFO bluther. How you doing, guys? Gonna abduct me? No abduction today. Dang it. Oh well, maybe next time. Whenever the UFO goes over, the car will lose power. And we have to wait for it to go a little bit away for the car to start back up again. And you can never catch up to the UFO. The farther away it gets from you, the faster it goes. You can see it's really speeding away. And it's gone. We can never catch it. That's why the only way to get to it and like try to ride it is if it gets caught on something like a station or a ship intersecting the road. So that's a UFO, that's what it does. Now if there are rabbits nearby, it'll make their eyes go green and they will try to attack you even more often. If you're in the car though, you should stay safe. Electric jammer, makes sense. I don't know how often the UFO spawns and where it spawns. Does it spawn at the house? So we're only like 30 kilometers away from the house, so it didn't have that far to travel? Or does it always spawn a few kilometers away from you? And like what's its spawn rate? I have no idea of any of these things. It would be nice to know though, so you know we could have a little timer saying, oh, UFO should have spawned a little while ago, let's see if we can see it. Like how you can just tell when to sleep and stuff with the timer. I don't know. Ooh, no. Didn't see that one in time. Just focusing on what caused a lag spike. We lost one barrel. And hopefully nothing else. We've lost a hubcap. Oh. Okay, so it's no big deal. And this thing up here, can we see anything? No, not really. Okay. Straight rock strikes again. You're not wrong. Yeah, they can just kind of spawn out of nowhere. I blame this car's handling. Its tires are not in 1000% perfect condition. Yeah, I blame that. Actually, the right side tires are in a horrid condition. We should try to get some new ones if we're going to keep this car with this setup. Yeah, in many ways the road is more dangerous than, you know, out in the wild because there are street rocks, street poles. Yeah, not good. But it does have the most amount of things alongside it, so it's worth it to stay on the road as much as possible. But yeah, I really don't see anything else up ahead. It's kind of a dead spot. Can't get these. They're not uncommon. Just gotta keep going up the road. And eventually we'll find a better spot. A human, what is up? That's another rock. Avoided that one. That one popped right in. I only had a second to react. Bang, you were here before and I said hello. You didn't answer though, what is up? What's this game about? Finding cars, fixing cars, engine swapping, part swapping, trying not to die from giant rabbits. And then there's a 5,000 kilometer road that goes to nothing. There is a house to the left of the road, and possibly something to the right of the road as well. So, I think that will be the area we get to and finish the stream off. If you like exploration, this is a game for you. There's no story. There's like very light survival elements, so it's all about finding car parts and seeing what fits or doesn't fit. You can get some pretty crazy combos out of the parts you can find. I don't know if you heard that one. That was a loud thunder. There's nothing to the left. There's like a gas station and then a house. Both on the left. It's like a double feature. Not too common to see these parts. Car braking in this game is like very slow, if that. There's a fuel canister there. I do want to see what's in it. 1 liter of gas. Not bad. Didn't use that much gas to get here, which we did run basically with the engine off. Ooh, another 1.5 liters of gas. We're gonna be good on fuel. We kind of already were, since we found this car. 14 liters out of 39. Nothing else in here. Alcohol and water, 6 liters. You know what? I have an idea. We'll look straight up at the sun and dump it on ourselves. Perfect. Then up here, what is there? There can be cars in here. For instance, we found this car in one of these garages. Not always, though. I don't think there's going to be one here. It's still worth looking around, though. Alcohol. A new hood if we needed it. The propane tank that we could shoot and just have the explosion kill us. Or could somehow reach the fuel cans we have in there and explode them and kill the car. Neither of which are 100% ideal. We have another 14 liters of diesel. This game loves giving us diesel, but it hates giving us buses. Ah, man. No good. I mean, it's fine. We can carry it, I guess. Which one of these is able to carry this amount of fuel? 56 liters in this one. So 56 plus that amount should be still carryable. I'm not going to carry that whole barrel, so we're just going to dump its contents into this one and hopefully still be able to lift it. Since we took out the back seat of the car, we do have a lot more cargo room. We should still be able to carry this just as effectively. It'll just be harder to get in and out because it'll be so heavy. That's empty. That's 70 liters, yep. That's about as much as we can lift. So if we find another barrel full of diesel, we won't be able to combine it with one of these that we already got. We would have to just carry the whole barrel with us if we even wanted it. We may not even want it, you know? Barrel does not want to go sideways. Can't imagine why. So I think what we'll do is just do this, close that, and it will eventually find its new home. Oh. Left the door open, not that it really matters. I think I could have reached it from the front seat, but there's a barrel of diesel blocking my way, blocking my view. Thankfully we can use the car to push barrels around. The car can get stuck on quite a lot of things. Like basically any door will stop it dead completely. Smaller things though, they do just get pushed over by it. Oh, I know what that place is. That's another one of those stops with multiple vehicles. Last one of these we saw, there was a bus at it, but the bus was totaled. We couldn't use anything on it. So we go to this, see what's here, and if there's nothing, we'd be sad. If there is something, we'd be less sad. It's a little bit far away from the road. I don't see anything else up ahead, so we're going to go right for this. And there is a mechanic that you can abuse. You can pause and reload, continue the game. And if there's nothing good spawned, what you can do is reload the game and hopefully get something good. We have a bus. We only have a bus, but we have a bus. It's got a lot of water in the fuel tank. 42 liters of water. It does have an engine. That's good, that's good. And a good condition radiator. Alright. Let's get into bus and see what we got. There's a switch under here we use to get in. Gotta finagle our way into here, but we can do it. Now the coolant tank has 2 liters of alcohol. And the Oil tank has 66% oil. Not too great. The rest of it is alcohol. What do? Do we take the bus or do we take the bus engine? We can do either or. I don't mind doing either because we would need to get rid of or leave behind the gasoline we have. I do want to take one part, either the bus or the bus engine. So let me know what you think. I'm going to take this motor. Yes, we can just lift it out, no problem. And fill up the oil tank, the oil we got here, and make that oil less diluted. Long arms, yeah. Okay, so we got more than 15 or less than 20% oil, so it should run. More thunder. I'm gonna open this door so we can get to the engine easier. I think what we do is we take the bus engine and put it into the car. Because I don't think we have enough coolant for the bus. Let's go ahead and sleep here. And you can see how quick the car goes with the bus engine. The bus is cool, but after a little while it does become more of a hindrance than anything, so we'll become a bus engine swapped car. Come here, beautiful. And there's a little bit of water in this. So we can take both of these actually, and we can put them onto the car. It'll look a little bit silly, but trust me, it works fine. I'm an engineer. No problems at all. There we go. Perfect. If we can find more oil for the engine here, that would be ideal. What game is it? This is The Long Drive. And now we are going to put a bus engine into a Lada. It might be a Lada, I don't know. It's some 1970s Eastern European car. And there we go. The cool thing with this, you can check the coolant level and the oil level without even taking the hood off or opening the hood. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. We do have this coolant tank. It's a big engine? Yeah, it's big. Coolant tank, we can fill it all the way up with what we have in this spare coolant tank we had. There we go. Now you can fill the coolant tank up with basically any fluid. It doesn't care. We're gonna need a thing here to drain the fuel out, so we'll do that. Then this barrel, and we can use this barrel to fill the tank up. A little bit awkward to get the right angle for fuel transfer. Get our tube and put it in the tank. God dang it. There we go. So we'll be able to get all the fuel out of the car. Have a nice clean tank. First to put new fluid into it. And there we go. Close that. And now we grab this. Because it's so heavy, it does take a while to move around, so we do just push it. Then once it's in the vague vicinity, we can just pour into the fuel tank. You don't have to be exact, it'll just go wherever. Throw that in there. And this is 40 liters, just about. So we'll have a decent amount of fuel left over in this tank. There we go. It will take a while though. But once we're going, we're good. Actually, while we're here, we should put on the bus tires onto this car. Because if you don't put on the bus tires to reduce the gearing, one, you don't have a very high top speed, because this bus engine does not rev very high, so you don't have very high top speed. And two, if you don't, you just do burnouts all the time. It's cool, but pretty uncontrollable. There's a rabbit up there. Gotta watch out. And we do have a revolver to protect ourselves with. So that shouldn't be a problem. There we go. Full of fuel. There's that. It's now way easier to move, so we will just go ahead, put it back up front. There we go. Much easier. And is this full of anything? That's empty. We'll leave it behind. Let's take off this wheel. That wheel's in horrid shape anyways. That wheel is also in pretty poor shape. And now we have some spare bus wheels in here. We could just take it directly off the bus, but this one's in pretty good shape. That's one. And now we get the best condition wheel off the bus. And it looks like this is one of them. Bus is a hinged system, so it's got like a bend in the middle. It's not very fast, but now we have a proper Mad Max car. Look at this. Is there anything else of value here before we go? No. We do have another one of these. Pretty uncommon. We will add it to the back of the car. You can use these to carry other things on the roof. Not exactly a good mechanic to put these on the roof with, so just put it vaguely in the right spot. Same with this one. It's good enough. Alright. Now spit out a lot of smoke. And where's the road? The road's a distance away. There it is. Like this car? Yeah. This car is pretty good. We now go very fast. Rip cactus. Car goes very fast, but it is easier to tip over. So, yeah, the bus would have been cool, but it would have been slow. Okay, I really should have tried to find a new front tire setup, because these front tires have no grip at all. Now that we're going in actual speed, I can notice that they have no grip. We zoom in now. This is the way you go fast in this game. It's not very efficient. I bet you we've already used a liter of fuel. Or like half a liter of fuel. Oh, small rock. We gotta watch out for the rocks. And see, just that little adjustment made us really wobble. I am not doing full steering lock at all. I am tapping the keyboard to get like gradual steering to maintain control. If we find another ship, I do need to drain the oil tank and put in 100% oil, because right now it's, one, low on oil, it's not completely full, and two, it's got like a quarter alcohol. That's not what you're supposed to have in an engine, spoiler alert. And now that we're going down a hill, I will just turn off the motor, save fuel. Yeah, this is like the car. If you have a wagon with barrels in it with a bus engine and big tires, that's the car setup. Avoided that street rock there. Off-road here, Baja style. Get back on, we're good. It is tippy, yep. Yeah, you can make some really wacky cars in this game, I love it. We could go to that boat, it's so far away though. We're good on fuel, other than oil maybe. We're good on fluids. So, we won't go to it. If there was one that was closer to the road, I'll go to it. But I feel like if we go out that far, we will never come back. We may have even been to that boat before. Because it looks like it could have been, like at a previous point of the road. So we will avoid it. There's another little house up here. All you need is a little blip of the throttle, get yourself back up to speed, and then you coast. That's all you need. Oh, it's another bus. Stopping distances are not great in this game, especially with a really heavy bus engine when carrying all this stuff. This is another bus with nothing on it. This one's in not bad shape. I've seen buses in worse shape. This one's got nothing. That's a shame. Sometimes the fuel tanks can be full of gasoline and stuff, even though it's a diesel. If you have the fuel transfer pipe, You can get yourself a lot of fuel that way by finding a bus. There's a little bit of oil here. We actually kind of do need that. Maybe we'll get even more performance out of this motor that we got. Not very much, but every little bit helps. I don't know why the bus has like 2 openings for oil. You see that? Every other vehicle has only got 1 on top. Oh well. Alright, I guess every other motor technically. That's a little bit disappointing to see nothing much there, but oh well. Not as disappointing as the rock in the garage and having nothing in the garage. That was pretty sad, I'll be honest. We're gonna get going once again. Oh dear. 2-wheel skills. Hey, there we go. Saved it. Oh, we're going again. Oh. Ouch. Trying to get back on the road, not as easy as staying on the road. And that is not a sight you want to see. We're now in like low health mode. If we do that again, we probably will die. The way to regain that health is to clean that up, but I don't have any way to clean it up right now. Oof, the pole. I got all the way up to the bumper. Man, that was a... I was going pretty fast. I'm honestly surprised I haven't died. Yeah, that's part of the danger with this. Oh, I didn't even see that. The tailgate's loose too. The hatch is loose. How much fuel have we used? Yeah, we've already used a couple liters just by driving like a little bit faster than normal. So bus engine not efficient, even though we just got it. It's already used more fuel than we've had this whole time. So yeah. Bus engine fast, not efficient at all unless you like only blip the throttle and then turn the engine off the rest of the time. Which is how I should be driving. Instead of going really fast and dying to a pole. Oh, over that rock. One thing you can do with like the bigger tires is you can go over some of the smaller rocks without issue. I guess that makes sense, but you know. I like to have the small front tire to give it that stance, you know? If we don't see anything else up ahead, I guess I'll call the stream there. It's been a fun stream. Probably will do another one of these in the future. But if not, you can always check out the series I've been doing on this channel and our second channel, Confident Gaming. Got a lot more footage of this game available to you to watch. That's not a building, that's just a rock. Super bright sun, not too helpful. Especially when we want to see what's ahead of us. Here's a cool thing you can do if you haven't seen this game before. You can sleep, even when you're moving. Try to find a good angle to do that with. Here we go. That way we don't lose out on like time. Check it out. Oh. Ouch. Don't sleep and drive. Not too helpful. Lost the front and the back tire. And that's a cactus. We lost a door. We lost a light. Probably lost even more health. Rock was big. Yeah, that's a little bit bigger than the street rock. But couldn't really avoid it. I was asleep. Anything else we're missing? Doesn't look like it. If we hit one of those rocks and something flies into it and like falls through the world, it's gone. There's no way to get it back. Looks like we have stopped at a bunker. A bunker with a car on the roof of it. What? How? And the totally salvaged motorbike it looked like. There's nothing left on this. Not even a gauge. Got some water in the tank, but that's it. We do have a motor for it though. All we need to get this thing up and rolling is wheels and fuel. Well, let's see what's on the roof. I don't think we'll swap to it. Yep, there's a car on the bed, just taking a nap. There's a Trabant that looks like it could just get up and go. 20% gas, or 20% oil, 80 gas. This car should just get up and go. Take off the handbrake, that way we can freely move it. Oh. Yeah, I hate when that happens. I did it. Yeah, this is a bug with the game. If you play for too long, you can like lose the ability to interact with stuff easily. That's fine. But if you pause and unpause, sometimes it fixes it. The more permanent fix is to save and reload. Seems to have fixed itself though. This car should start right up. Yeah, this car starts right up. It's not anywhere near as fast as our current car. It's not supposed to be. This is very nimble though. If this car could have like a water tank attached to it for cooling a bigger motor, this would be a really fun car, but unfortunately, it's just too slow. And if we put a bigger motor to it, it will just overheat, because if you look at it, there's no radiator. This car is air-cooled. One thing this car does have, though, is better conditioned front tires, so I will take them, probably. So, not a total loss. It's cool to see a car that we can just drive away. It's fairly uncommon. Yeah, these front tires are just in awful shape. But with better conditioned front tires now, we should have a much better driving experience. Hopefully, anyways. Hubcaps are not necessary, they just help it look better. Now, one thing I need to look for actually is Is there a sponge in here? Because a sponge would probably help us clean the car and regain the health back. Got a little bit of oil. And here there's just a propane tank that we could shoot and down ourselves with. Don't want that. But yeah, that's cool. Found the car. We were able to drive it. Not very fast though, so I'm not going to take it. Camera Guru. Do I know you? I don't know why we're so tipsy. What is going on? Is our car drunk? Oh. There we go. That's how I fix it. Just open the door. Pause the game to reset physics a little bit. Hopefully we're better now. I can't imagine how putting on better front tires makes such worse to drive. It legitimately does though. Oh my gosh. We lost a piece. Oh no! What is going on? That's our piece right there. I have a theory. I think with the front tires having so much more grip now. Oh, okay, so this is a bug. Watch this. Are you ready for this? It says we can get out of the car even though the door is closed. If we get out of this car, we will die. I'm 95% sure. It's a bug in the game. We need to save quit in order to fix. So we can thankfully open the door and get out without dying. But yeah, something has really happened here. Yep, we have gotten physics balled to death, and we're gonna die again. Second time of the stream. Probably could have survived that if, you know, we didn't have that happen. If we continue, we can thankfully resume where we left off here, or when we just put on the tires. There's now a sentient trailer here. I don't know how or why. I guess I know if you reload the game, stuff can respawn. I'm not taking the trailer, I'm just giving it a life. You know, that could have been what was up. That bug was happening while we were driving and making it impossible to drive. And there we go, the trailer has a home now. There's nothing else on the roof. The car has not respawned because it's still here. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for this stream. It's been a lot of fun. I'll probably pick it up again in the future. Until then, you can leave a like, favorite, comment, share, and of course don't forget to subscribe as well. And if you really enjoyed, consider becoming a channel member as well. Thanks, Game Boy out. I'll see you all in the future. I will go ahead and make a save state for this so we can reload it whenever we like. And goodbye, everybody. Hope you enjoyed.